Welcome back to Court Farm and our attempt to feed the pigs. So, oh, that's gone the wrong way. There we go. Get that lot topped in. Tick on these. Probably go a bit quicker. It's fine. Super. Now we need to grab the bagged food. So you'll see, got the JCB and the cedar, got the massey and the roller there. So we're going to get the oats done today. And then we may look at doing a contract or two, depending on what's available. I don't want to be having to outlay too much money on a fur contract, for instance. Although, I don't know, because they don't pay out a lot, having to buy the fur in the first place, yeah, kind of eats into your profit, doesn't it? But we'll see. We may also go shopping for a slurry tanker and possibly the manure spreader, but we'll see. So I will grab the bag lifter, we'll grab a couple of bags of feed and get the pigs all topped up. Oh, just join me as I'm driving over a piglet. They don't half move at some speed. That's never full. Oh, it is. So we're a bit imbalanced, but they eat. They get through it so quickly that I'm not too fussed about that at all. Water's fine. 14,000 litres-ish of food. Same for those ones. Right, we will drop these back in the barn. We're going to have to get another delivery at some point. And it is all the money is just going out at the minute. There's not a fat lot coming in. But I guess that's how any business is to start off with, isn't it, really? You've got the initial outlay of things. Come on. Let's have you shut. Why won't you shut? Come on. Gates? No. Come on. Really? Am I missing something here? Close gate. There we go. Right. We'll drop these back in the shed down here. There we go. Perhaps we can probably just park that there and lower those down. Oh, a touch. Take the weight off the boom a bit. Turn the lights off and we will head to, in fact, before we do that, let's have a quick look at what is available to us. Field 86. How big is that? Field 86. Come on, where are you? Are you gonna be? Ah, here we go. 86. Oh, not too bad. That could be worth a couple of grand. But we need to get our stuff done first. So we'll grab the JCB. Oh, cart. There we go. Now, we said oats, didn't we? I think I set it last time. I did. Some Muppets put a Massey Ferguson in the way. And we'll pull forward. I seem to recall oats wanting quite a good dose of nitrogen, so we may need to buy some more fert at some point, but okay, not too bad. We might be alright, actually. Right, we'll get this all drilled. We'll do, again, 3 headlands. We'll capture as much of the headland as we can, and then that'll be that done. Nothing's germinated quite yet, but that'll be next month now. Let's just actually hop out and check how the wheat is looking. 89% expected yield, but that's on silty clay. Have we got anything else in this field other than silty clay? No, we haven't. Hello, farm cat. Right, I will go and sort out what this animal wants, and I'll be back with you. So headland's done, up and down rows underway, and I think I've been being a bit, not dumb, but I may have overlooked the fact that we've got the corn in the silo, which I reckon can do the energy food slider. So now that we're spending a lot on buying in the pig food at the minute, so one of the issues that I've encountered, and following talking to Disturbed, is that the improvised pig shed won't take the CCM bales. You can't feed in a bale format, but that's a giant's thing. So, which I guess is, I suppose, is kind of right, that you wouldn't necessarily have a bale of something. You probably shred it up or mix it to feed to the pigs. And you know, vanilla game, base game, you wouldn't. You would just use pig food out of a bag. So he hopefully is gonna do me a version where it takes yeah, he's gonna add a bale trigger basically, hopefully, so we can start using the CCM in that as well, so we haven't got to use the bag food, because if we can do that, then we don't need to buy the Doika, no, is it Doika branded one? Let's just get here and stop a second. I was having a look. It's probably quicker to go into big bags, scroll along. Yeah, Doika. So we shouldn't need to buy the Doika one then, because I think that does 1 and 4, doesn't it? And then base game does 2 and 3. So that would save some money. Until we've got field beans, we can't do the second slider. So yeah, we might just hold on to the corn, I think, maybe, and just buy. Hopefully, if we get an updated improvised shed. Disturbed, take this as your reminder if you haven't done it for me already. Joking apart, thanks mate. Yeah, because we can use the CCM bales and sugar beet for feed, concentrate and moisture food, top it up with the pig food from base game, and then they'll be all good. So that's the plan, obviously, until we get our own crops in the silo that we can then use to feed them. I'm quite enjoying doing the pigs. Now, I know you can... That sounds... No, it doesn't sound wrong. It's just my childish mind. Obviously, with cows, you make TMR. And then in a mixer, jobs are good. Now you can. As I've seen people do before, you can feed the individual elements and fill the sliders individually, which is what we're doing with the pigs, and I quite like that. I haven't done that since, what would it be? It'd be the chickens and the pigs actually on Calmsden, for the very short period of time that I was using them with Maze Plus, but since then have not done it in anger, and I think it makes for quite a cool way to play actually, because you're using the land that you've got to be almost self-sufficient. Well, clearly at the minute we aren't, because we're buying in bags of pig food, but you know, come harvest this year, we'll have everything we need to feed them, and hopefully by that point they'll be starting to fatten up a bit and we can sell some of them, because no doubt In fact, we'll have a look when we get to the end of this pass, but I wonder how long again before we get some more babies. So let's get that finished. There we go. That can be folding up while that saves, and then we can find the animals. So if we look at the sows, again, already 50% through reproduction. So January, what are they, 4 or 5 months sort of reproduction gestation period? Oh no, there you go. Sows have a gestation period of 4 months. So every 4 months we're going to be getting like 28, 30 piglets. So once we're into that cycle, this is what I say about keeping the females, we're going to be inundated. We're going to need a truck and a cattle trailer rather than the small one that we've got at the minute. So yeah, playing the long game, but hopefully it should work out for us. So can we get past? No, we can't. So we'll park there for a second, jump out and fire up Il Massey. There we go. Pull that forward. I don't know why it struggles just to start off with, when it just pulls the rollers perfectly when they're sort of lowered down and in the ground. In the ground? On the ground. In the ground, on the ground, Wimbledon free. Name that TV programme. Right, I'm going to take this back to the yard. Can you tell it's Friday? Yeah, it's Friday then. Copyright strike. Right, going to park this up, start the rolling, and then we will find something else to be doing. So last pass on the rolling. I mean, we've done quite a bit of this over the last episode, so thought I'd just get most of it done off of camera. Now, and I was thinking that we're in a pretty good place now. Get that folded up. We've only got one field left to plant, which is the sugar beets. Now I said about let's just turn off. There we go. Now I said about having to buy fertilizer. We've got about 4,000 litres of liquid fert. Now I don't think we're going to need to use that this year, so I am half tempted to grab the John Deere sprayer, probably stick it on the Massey. I am quite enjoying using the Massey at the minute. We will just double check the precision farming menu. So our score currently is 87, not too shabby. That's all looking rather nice. Field 20 will go up once we've harvested it. Right, field 144 is the one that I'm interested in. Yeah, it's got plenty of nitrogen on it. Okay. So, yeah, I think we're going to take a look at some contracts. Now, I don't want anything too huge, but we could do maybe a couple of the smaller to the mid ones and make a bit of cash. Tempted to do the cultivating one. We've got the cultivator, we can stick it on the JCB. I think that's the plan. So I'll get everything set up. I'll get the planter, no, not the planter, the drill and the rolls put away, cleaned, repaired, etc. And yeah, I'll see you when we're about to start some contracting. So you'll notice the money has gone down just a little bit, and we'll come to that in a second. So what I've done is hopped up to field 86 and opened the gate. We've now got course generated, so we're going to send that off on its merry way. You couldn't write it, could you, really? There we go. Right. Send it off on its merry way. Okay, pop out, get in the Massey. Now, I was having problems, and this is a me thing, not any mods, with just getting auto load set up for a bale trailer. So got this one, I think it's 4D modding, the Browen trailer. So yeah, had it in the red, so it matches the Red Rock one. So what we possibly can do in the future is get rid of the Anderson and just use this flatbed one instead. But that'll come in handy for getting the bags of feed when we need them, the bales, any other sort of pallets that we need. So that's what's gone on there. Now we can head to... Where did we select a contract for? Field 53, which is... Let's have a butcher's. So there's the fast track heading off nicely. Field 53 is... Where is it? I can't find it. 53. Oh my word, I'm blind. Down. 51, 52, 53. Right. We'll head to there. I'm not sure which way we're going to go. But I'll see you in the field and we can get some spraying started. So we are at field 53 and top right you can see, or you can just have seen, that the contract in 86 is 10% complete. So the JCB found its way there and has not fallen in the river or the brook. So that's all good. Now this shouldn't take us too long, hopefully. There we go. See, there you go. That's what happens when you have to intervene with a power sprayer. It flickers like absolute mad. So on the way here we got clobbered by a cement mixer of all things. So yeah, it needed some assistance to be removed from the front of that vehicle. So let's just try and get this to behave itself. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very annoying job to do if it carries on bouncing around like it was. But yeah, interesting that it happens. I'm not sure why it does with these vehicles, but there you go. You can see it bouncing around. So I'm going to sort this out because that is horrendous, and I'll be back with you. Right, so we're back. I emptied the sprayer, reset it, which takes it back to Court Farm rather than where I wanted it to be. So I used the feature within, what's this called? Easy Dev, to teleport the object to the map selection. Just click in the field and jobs are good. Might look at doing some videos on little features of Easy Dev at some point, but for today we need to get this spraying done. So let's crack on. So once we've done this, we've got one more contract to do, spraying that is, and then we'll see how we're doing for time. I think what I want to start doing is keeping a closer eye on the amount of money that the pigs are worth, just so that we can sell them at a decent price and not put too much work into them feed wise, if that makes sense. Because obviously every bag of food is costing us money. If we keep the pigs, they're eating it, yada yada yada. So that is the logic there. So I think I will whiz around the headland at a steady 7 miles an hour, and I'll catch back with you in a second. So headland done, and we're now just filling in down the narrowest part of the field, and usage is pretty good. I never know on precision farming, but it's just yeah, just turned out a lovely dark blue colour, and it's really handy, so you can see where you have and haven't been. So this video is actually recorded in 2 parts. I thought I'd done it all. So my filing system, I guess you'd call it. Windows, what do you call it? Folder. There we go. Goodness me. Map name, episode number, and then whip. That means that I know that I need to edit it, basically. So I'd recorded about, I think, the first 4 or so clips, and then it's actually 2 weeks exactly apart with the recording. So yeah, I thought I'd done it, but I hadn't. So yeah, which is cool. You know, luckily I'd set up the contracts, and I can go back and look at the clips to remind myself what I was doing. So yeah, that's a nice surprise on my part. It's a nice easy video, nice and chilled. Had a few days away with the kids, so that was cool. Alton Towers, I haven't been there for well over probably 20 years, showing my age. So yeah, did all the rides, bit of an adrenaline rush, and they weren't half as bad as I seem to remember as when I went as a kid. So yeah, it was cool, very, very enjoyable, and the weather was spot on. So let's just get that going in a reasonably straight line. We'll take a look. Of course, it's going to save at the progress on cultivating. 88% through. Lovely. We'll probably be finished about the same time. Don't think there's any other cultivating jobs. We won't look now, otherwise we'll end up going through that hedge. We've got the other spraying job to do, and then I think we're pretty good. Don't want to do loads of contracting, but it is helpful to top up the old bank balance. So we'll spin round. Yeah, we've got 1 and a bit passes left. Although we've finished the field, we will be good contractors and do the whole field, get the complete coverage for whoever the farmer was. There we go. I mean, contracts on this series, or this Let's Play, let's say, well, same thing, I'm rambling. Some of them bring in a fair amount, but the others, you know, they're just nice ways to see the map. So, oh, let's raise the boom up a touch. So yeah, we're quite close to actual Court Farm, back up there, which I hadn't realised. You know, even though what you watched, I don't know how many hours I've watched of people playing on this map now, but yeah, it's I'm still exploring. So that's that done. We can fold up and head off the field. We'll collect that one and we'll move on to the next. So we're just making use of auto drive. 1, because I don't quite know the way, but 2, just so I can take in sort of town. Is this Banwell? Banwell. Somerset. I mean, look. The detail is awesome. You know, it is absolutely epic. Now, where is this going to go? Oh, this could be interesting. Oh, okay. We're going through the yard, are we? Right. Remember, folks, realism is key. Now, I don't know how this is going to work. There's got to be a collision on that. Yeah, there we go. We got most of the way through. Let's just stop that. Oh dear. We'll navigate round there. There we go. I wasn't expecting it to make it as far as it did. That's the JCB back at the yard. Now, where's this going to head? Hopefully not through any more piles of junk. There we go. Right, that should now head off, hopefully, to field 100. 121, I think it is we're going to. Yeah, it is. So yeah, all good. And yeah, we've taken in a bit of the scenery and done some off-roading. Well, after what seems like really the long way round, we are at field 121, and this is going to be, what, 2 passes probably. So let's just complete on 86 and 53. Lovely. Now, we may do those. We'll see. But for now, let's get ourselves into the field, get unfolded, and we'll make a start. Like I say, it's quite like these narrow plots. They're almost not test plots, but yeah, nice sort of starter-offy fields. So we'll get turned on. There we go. Try and keep out the hedge. And yeah, what? 2 passes. Job's a good one. Nice bit of easy money, he says. So yeah, we can crack on, get this done, and we might do the other 2. I might do them off screen, but we'll see how we get on. So just getting lined up, hopefully to catch all of this. Oh, not quite. In one pass. The issue, or the thing you have to be careful with smaller fields, is the coverage. Obviously there's less room for error, but I think we're probably going to be alright with this. Nice bit of easy cash, that's what we like. Only it was so easy in real life, eh? Never mind, can't grumble too much. It's nice to be out using the Massey with its silly tyres on. There we go, just missing a little bit on the right hand side. Oops. But it seems like the map is picking up quite well. So hopefully once we get down here, I might have to do some interesting reversing so we don't smack into the trees or the hedge. There we go, we're finished. But we will just do everything, I think. We will start to turn now. There we go. Pull forward a bit. Back it up, and it sort of squares it up for you. Which does take some getting used to, and I have moaned, and it was a moan in the past about how awkward these things can be to drive, but that worked quite well. So we can get that folding up, let the game save as per, and we will collect on that. Now, is there anything new for us to do? So let's just double check. And so we've got linseed in there, we've got oats, we've got wheat, we've got canola, we've got the field beans. So it is just field 8. Now we said sugar beet, didn't we? So, oh, come on, there we go, sugar beet. We could do that. I think we're going to do that in the next episode. We're going to get through to April, and yeah, and then we can get the sugar beet in the ground, and yeah, jobs are good. And so let's get this back to the yard, and yeah, we'll say farewell. Well, that's good timing. The Massey has made its way back. Jobs are good. And so just giving everything a bit of a rinse down, and we'll get everything repaired. Now, go do everything from here. £19 for the cultivator. Weight's okay, and we'll do the tractor as well. Now, oh, no, wrong button. Let's get into the JCB. Now, I'm not sure if it showed up at the start, but you can see over in our grass field we have got some silage bales. Now, I don't even think they're silage bales. They were from me testing the auto load trailer. So, for full disclosure, I'm going to get them loaded up. We'll head up to the sell point. we'll flog them, and then we'll take the money off again. Just so you know, there's nothing, to quote Mr. CDP, nefarious going on. So I'll get this dropped off, get the trailer attached, and I'll see you at the sell point. So just approaching the sell point, get a bit of air over the hump. And while we head round here, I just want to say a big thank you to the YouTube channel members and the Patreons, and welcoming Jacob to that group of people, and thank you ever so much, everybody. So we'll get those dropped in there. 5,742. So into here, remove 5742, enter, and 675 for the environmental score. There we go. Cool. So that's that. We're back to where we were before. Next time we're going to be planting the sugar beet, so we'll need to sort ourselves a planter, but probably going to use the one from the horse pack with the additional hopper on the front of the tractor. So until then, thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave us a like, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.